Now, the 24th of July starts what is really a brand new phase in this war, with Operation Cobra and the breakout from St. Lo, the pivot, and the drive to the Seine, and I'm curious to see what the effect is on air operations within this Spitfire wing, or now Spitfire wings that we're following. We see the first hint of that with this big fighter sweep out here south of Paris. We haven't seen the Spitfire go out this far yet since the invasion, and you can probably take a good guess at who's leading this particular patrol. Now, I've also taken this opportunity to update the map. I have a brand new line showing the situation as of the 24th, and I have this map that I'll be able to reference a little bit more tomorrow on the day of the actual attack, followed by, in broad terms, I'm not going to go into super detail on this since the British and Canadians that we're following aren't necessarily supporting this phase of it, but I will, in broad terms, have a look at this as we go and follow some of the breakout, because things are going to start to move really, really fast at this point. Now, since I'm right here, the original plan for Cobra actually called for a breakout, I think it was on the 19th, but that was just the initial plan. Today, on the 24th, was a revised D-Day for Cobra, and in fact, there were bombing missions launched, and as the B-17s and heavy bombers were in the air to bomb in preparation within this box right here on the map, the recall order was sent out due to bad weather and a 24-hour postponement of the attack. But unfortunately, that word didn't get to all the bombers, and a little bit of the element of surprise was lost, or actually a lot of the element of surprise was lost, and owing to the weather and owing to some other mechanical difficulties, a lot of those bombs fell short onto the 30th and 9th Infantry Division up here just north of the St. Lo-Perrier Road. So we're going to see another attempt tomorrow to make this initial bombardment and to make this plan work, and we'll have a brief look at that when we get to it. Now, the summary for 441 Squadron. 5 uneventful beach patrols of 4 aircraft each were carried out during the day. 11 of our aircraft were scrambled at 17-15 hours and patrolled the Lesso-Caen area without anything materializing. 442 had dawn readiness, which meant little sleep, as some of last night's party was noisy until 0300 hours. 2 uneventful early patrols at 0555 to 0655 hours, vectored to aircraft which turned out to be friendly. 401 Squadron wanted to fly and took over the rest of the morning patrols. Patrols for 4 from 1250 till the last light, quiet. A brother-in-law with Flying Officer Copeland, Flight Lieutenant W.G.M. Hume, was welcomed as an additional pilot. More photos taken, this time for number 126 wing. About 1930 hours, there was a terrific explosion. Took the tent poles out of the side of the marquee and blew several people over. Came from an ammunition dump less than 1 mile away. Late at night, a piece of shrapnel came through the tent and landed between the cots of Flying Officer Lumsden and Goodwin. Now let's move on to 443. Weather continuing cloudy with very poor visibility. Sky cleared in the evening, but very thick haze still prohibited visibility. Squadron took part in 2 missions without incident. Pilot Officer Ferguson landed away from base at B4 airfield on late evening scramble through difficulty in distinguishing the different strips in the darkness, and B4 is the home of 126 wing and 442 Squadron now that we're following. So let's go ahead and move into these missions, and we have patrols up in sections of 442 Squadron 0555 through 2205, and weather is reported as 8 to 10 tenths cloud at 3 to 5,000 feet with much haze prevailing all day. So the weather is not that much better than it has been, and it's the same story all the way down to the last landing of the day. 441 is on patrol duty as well, 0855 to 2230. Beach patrols and 1 scramble stuck in there in the middle, and all uneventful. And then the big mission is this 443 Squadron armed reconnaissance out here south of Paris. So 12 aircraft dispatched on armed recce to Lissau, Etampe, Chartres area, carrying long-range jet tanks. No enemy aircraft seen, nor was there any ground activity. Haze made the mission rather ineffective, visibility being very limited. Accurate meager light flak south of Caen, so trying to take the fight out further afield, and we'll see if that trend continues. I have a feeling it will as the month and August wears on. Now, last mission of the day, 2220 to 2245, scramble, and this was 11 scrambled over base, and bogey aircraft reported near Caen. Nothing was found. 12 aircraft landed here at base. The remaining one landed at B4 due to the inability to distinguish different strips in darkness. Weather hazy below 7,000 feet, visibility less than a mile. So reading these descriptions of the weather, you can see why Operation Cobra would be delayed 1 day to the 25th. So that is where I'm going to pick the story up tomorrow. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.